Hey folks, Ben the Man for Land here with Remax Property Pros. Got a question for you. Have you ever received a letter or a postcard in the mail or even an email from someone offering to buy your property, even though you haven't put it on the market? This is what we call an unsolicited offer. An unsolicited offer is an offer or correspondence made by an individual or an investor, or you've seen those signs on the side of the road, we buy houses or we buy ugly houses. Basically, they're offering to purchase your property even though you're not actively seeking a buyer. Well, these type of offers are more common in hot real estate markets, but we also see them around this time of year when a lot of folks are getting in their annual tax bills in the mail. If you're considering an unsolicited offer to buy your property, first thing you really should do is make sure you're getting a fair price. And the only way to do that is either to pay for an appraisal or lean on a trusted real estate partner, someone who is licensed and in your local market for that value to make sure you're getting a good price. So why do people send these unsolicited offers? Well, there's several reasons. If the buyer is an investor, essentially they're looking for a low-cost property that they can buy one-on-one with the seller. They can control the transaction, and they feel like it's a property that they can flip, something that they can buy for under market value, make a few improvements or rehab the property and flip it. Now, if that letter comes from a regular person, a buyer, maybe that person has been shopping for homes that are listed on the market, but they keep getting beat. They keep getting outcompeted by other buyers. So rather than staying in that scenario, they've taken a step further and they've attempted to contact folks whose properties fit what they're looking for, and they're trying to purchase it before it actually hits the market. Maybe you've never even considered selling your home, but when someone starts showing numbers to you, maybe you'll consider it. But what ultimately leads to buyers putting in these unsolicited offers is they're not wanting to wait for houses that fit what they're looking for to hit the open market. Not to mention, there have been several people who have found success in buying properties like this, especially when the letters are sent right after the tax bills arrive and folks are considering, do I want to sell it or do I want to continue paying taxes on this property, especially if it's not your primary home. The biggest question I get from my clients when they receive a letter like this is this a scam? The truth is, most of these letters and postcards are legitimate. It could lead to a scam if you get to a point where you're exchanging sensitive personal information or account information to let that person handle the transaction, or even in the wire. You're providing sensitive personal information and account information to someone that you don't know. Even if it is a legitimate offer and it's an honest person just trying to make a living, real estate investment is all about the buy. So the better they buy this property, the better the investment is for the long run. So these folks are looking for, anything 80, 70, 60% under your actual market value. So folks that are looking to avoid a real estate commission, you may avoid that 5, 6, 7% commission. But at the end of the day, you could be losing out on 10, 15, 20 or more percent in profit that you should have got when using a professional. The easiest way to tell if this is a scam or not is to look up the person or the company that sent you the letter. Do a little research. Look them up on Facebook or Google the company that sent you the letter. Are they legitimate? Are there ratings or reviews that you can read about them? If it's an individual, you may have your work cut out for you. The best thing to do is lean on a trusted friend in the real estate business to make those calls on your behalf. Another thing to be aware of is if you choose to pursue this offer, this is a person that you don't know that you're going to be exchanging personal information with, including account data that may not have your best interests in mind. So when you go with a real estate professional, we are a trusted source, a source that's held to high integrity, and to make sure that this transaction goes from point A to point B to completion, and all of your information is protected, and legal issues are kept to a minimum, if not non-existent altogether. One of the biggest problems with entering an agreement from an unsolicited offer is you're entering an exclusivity agreement with that investor. So that means if someone else approaches you about purchasing your property, you really can't pursue a secondary offer and negotiate and try to do a little better on your own. So what do you do when you receive a letter? Honestly, you really should lean on your local real estate professional that you consider a trusted friend. If you don't have a person like that in your pocket, I would welcome you to contact me. Call me, send me an email, send me a text. Let's start this conversation so that you can get to know me, Ben the Man for Land. And when situations like this arise, you feel comfortable calling someone that you trust, that knows what's going on, that can give you good, sage, honest advice. I'm Ben the Man for Land, and when it comes to real estate, I've got your back. Give me a call. Let's talk.